Hey guys, how you doing? It's Tony. So I feel like the BTC video that I released got a bunch of a lot of people just basically saying that I'm wrong or whatever. Well, obviously that can be true, right? Obviously anybody can be wrong, but I feel like I just got a lot of hate just for the fact that I'm bearish on Bitcoin right now. I mean, if you guys want to see like the full TA video, go to my YouTube. I'm limited to a minute recordings here, right? But if you guys watch my YouTube video, I'm actually going to be buying as soon as the MACD right here. As soon as the MACD crosses this level, I think that we're going to be set to go back to maybe 57, around 57K. But as of 57K, I'll probably start shorting it there. I mean, I'm just being completely honest. I mean, as far as what it is, how I came to this conclusion, I mean, every single time we've seen an MACD cross get weaker like that, we've seen a significant drop of anywhere between 80 to 70%. When we hit those highs back in 2017, weaker, what is it called? Weaker bearish candle. That's when the drop started. Again, what is it called? Where's the last? Sorry. This drop was actually back in July. So July 2019. And then again in 2018, right? 2018 was the last time we hit 2017. Again, so same thing that we did that 83% drop. That week monthly candle closed back in January. And again, what happened? Watch. That week monthly candle closed January for the MACD. And then again, what happened? Boom. Tops to bottoms. Around 80%, around 70%. I basically based this off the most recent drop back in 2017 of that 71%, which is a lower mark, right? But I mean, I don't really know what you guys. This is based off all TA, man. Like this is based off just all TA. Like, we can go back even more than that, right? Again, monthly candle was created right there. A weaker monthly candle. Guess what? We went from highs of 777 down to 474. That's like a 50%. That's like a 50% drop, right? Let's do the forecast. Tops, bottoms, 40, like a 40% drop, right? So still a pretty significant drop, and it doesn't go past that. I don't have any data to go past December, 2014, right? But it's respected all the time. See, monthly closes on a monthly weakish candle. Boom, we go down. Again, hits monthly weakish candle right here. See if I can find something. Again, monthly weakish candle, boom, goes down. Starts the monthly weakish candle, boom, hits lows of 9,860. Well, actually, it hits lows of 3,700. Again, monthly weakish candle, boom. This is just what the average is, the average drop, right? So I think averaging between 40%, 80%, and 70%, somewhere in there is going to be 50%. So I think minimum, if we do drop maybe like 50%, I think the $30,000 mark is probably a really good area to kind of gauge on an average of what the recent drops were as far as percentage wise. But there's a solid chance that we might actually go down to, what is it, like a 71%, like back down to like 17, 20K. I mean, there's very heavy. I mean, if you guys want me to do like a full TA, let me see if I can find a different chart because I don't want to mess that one up. We'll do BTC, USD. We'll do it on Binance, right? So I mean, if you guys want to actually do actual like resistance levels, we'll do right there. Strong level of monthly resistance, 58,000. Second level of monthly resistance is 45,000. Third monthly resistance is going to be 33,000. The next price is going to be 28,000. Then the next monthly price resistance is going to be at 19,000. I mean, I can keep doing this all day. The next monthly resistance is going to be at around 14,000. And I can just go back for, I can just keep going back, right? But these are basically the huge monthly resistance points right here. these are very, very, very strong points of price right here. So you have these tops of 58,000, tops of 45,000, 33,000, 28, 19, and then 14,000. And then a lot of you guys would be like, oh, Tony, why aren't you doing the tops of 65,000? How come that's not resistance? It's not resistance because it hasn't closed. We haven't closed the month of April. So it's pointless to be using this candle right here. After April 30th, when it actually closes, that is when you can actually use a point of support of price. You can use this candle for that. And you actually can do it by doing it on Wix. And it looks like it's still going to close. I mean, it's still going to close this 30th. I think we're not going back to 65,000 back on before the 30th of April. So even if we do close at these highs of 65 for the month, the support, the resistance price is still going to be the same, because that's when this wick, and this wick touch on price. So even then, the resistance is still going to be 58,000, like 500, 400 right there. It's a rough estimate, right? But that's going to be roughly where the price of resistance is for these tops. You know, if we break this, then it's basically like to the moon, right? But like I said, as of right now, I'm still bearish on Bitcoin, just because, I mean, weaker candle created right there. Yeah, that weaker candle for the bearish. This one doesn't even go, this data doesn't even go all the back to 2020, right? But this is just kind of to show you guys. But you guys can see why I think what I think. Every single time there's been a monthly close on that MACD, we started the downtrend. It happened in 2013. It happened back in, when was this? It happened back in 2020 in February. It happened again in 2018 in November when we rallied. It happened again in 2016. And then I can probably keep going back if there's more data, and it's probably going to do the exact same thing. But this is, I want to let you guys know that this is what I'm basing it off of, right? This is, and it's done the same thing the last 3 times that it's rallied like this. So until we're like in the future, and this TA is wrong, like I'm gonna think I'm right? So until we actually like, if we go straight up to like 100K from here, then I'm gonna be wrong, obviously, right? But as of right now, I don't think so. I think we're going back down to these levels, and I do think it might be within the next year or so. Because look at these averages, right? 273 days, 365 days, 60 days. So this one actually took very little. So it really just depends on how much volume is actually coming in or being taken out of the market. Again, there's a lot of people that bought in at like 45,000 or whatever. You have Cathie Woods buying in. You have Tesla buying in. You have other people with a lot of money buying in. But as of right now, there really is only 2 powerhouses that bought into Bitcoin, which is great. I'm not against crypto. I like crypto. I think it has a very solid future in the long term. But I feel like a lot of people are starting to get a lot of like FOMO, right? And it's starting to feel a lot like 2017, 2018, when we had that huge crash from the original like $20,000, $19,000 that it hit, which is completely fine. But I'm just saying that 2 institutions buying in, you have Tesla and you have Cathie Woods, like that's fantastic, but it can definitely crash. Just because those 2 people bought in doesn't mean that Bitcoin can't go back to these previous highs. Like you guys are putting them up on a pedestal, and you shouldn't, because there's not enough institutional support when it's only just Tesla or Cathie Woods as like your prime members of who holds Bitcoin, right? Obviously there's institutions, maybe the government holds, maybe bigger hedge funds hold, which is perfectly fine. But like I said, I definitely think there's a strong chance of us going all the way back down here, or at least definitely dropping to a huge monthly support level. Like I definitely think it's going to happen. I definitely think it already started. But it's really just about time and just about waiting it out to see what happens in the next like couple of months or whatever, right? Because what did I actually add my Bitstamp? I do Bitstamp? Oh yeah, I did the same thing here. Bitstamp, BTC, USD. What did I use? Bitfinex, Binance. Bitfinex? Did I use Bitfinex? No, I didn't use Bitfinex. Coinbase, Bitstamp? Did I use Bitstamp? I don't know. I forgot what I used as far as like where that TA is, because there's so many that you can use, man. Binance? Did I use Binance? Oh yeah, I use Binance. Yeah. So Again, there's going to be really, really, really strong support at 45K, again at 33K, 28K, 19K, and $13,000, 14,000, right? So every single monthly support right here is a very, very, very big guidance on what we think. So if it breaks this mark, if it breaks that 44,000, 45,000 level, if it breaks this, we're dropping all the way down to 33,000. That's almost, I'm like 95% sure if we break this mark, we're going all the way back down, 100%. And then if we break, if we keep constantly breaking these, even breaking the price, even just breaking the price and going under it, it definitely feels that it'll just keep like tumbling down every single time, right? So I'm basically saying that we're gonna land here. This is gonna be the end game right here. We end like at 20K around this level. I had to do more like TA to see where see, like that guy says like I'm an idiot because like that BTC TA that I said. But yeah, I mean I just showed you guys exactly why I think what I think, right? It's just based off of previous drops. That's what happened. And I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong, because that way BTC can just keep running. But I don't know, man. As of right now, TA shows that it's gonna keep going down. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you guys. I'll see you guys later.